'Twas the night before Christmas. Amy Rose had a party, but Shadow crashed it with sorrow, not the least bit sorry. Every hedgehog, echidna, fox, rabbit, cat, chipmunk, and did I say echidna already, loved Christmas a lot.
Does anyone else hear that weird Tails voice talking really loudly over us, like narrating everything?
No, Styx, I think you're crazy. But the ultimate life form on top of, standing outside his house did not. Shadow hated Christmas the whole dang season. Don't ask why. Why would I know the reason? Perhaps it could be that his $5,000 shoes were too heavy. Or when he was created, his head was screwed on poorly. But I think the most likely reason of all, his heart was 2 sizes too small. After 3 ghosts visited him, see part 1 for more context. He stands outside his room, unsure of what to do next.
Okay, so what was I going to do?
For his amnesia left him without a clue.
Something with spirits and more than one, and a fox version of Maria, my lost loved one. Ah, yes, and Christmas and all the pain it brings. So I shall steal Christmas and all happy things,
He said, and for once he was actually glad. But how would he do it? How would he fool all these clowns? As he thought up a way, his frown turned upside down. For he had gotten an awful idea. A wonderful idea. The ultimate life form had a wonderful, awful idea.
I'll get in a sleigh just like Satan. And with my chaos control, I'll be very quick. I'll take every last present meant for Team Sonic. And I'll even wear this Santa hat, just to be ironic.
You're a mean one, Mr. Shadow.
Hey, no singing in my story. You sound really bad. I won't allow any Christmas fun to be had.
But I've been practicing for weeks and weeks.
Who cares? You'll just ruin the scene.
Have you always gotta be so mean? He took every present from under the tree, even the ones Zoe got for me. The stockings they hung so heavily filled with candies and gumdrops. But using his skill, he teleported every one of them away just outside to his waiting sleigh. With his angry scowl and a Santa hat, he took even a gift that was meant for a cat. I haven't a clue whose cat it was, but it had no gift from this fake Santa Claus. All the decorations were set out with care, but when Shadow was done, each shelf was bare. The cookies left out for Saint Nick to taste, Shadow discarded with much haste. And along with the cookies was a nice cold drink, but Shadow poured it all down the sink. This evil deed was almost done. No one this year would have their Christmas fun. Shadow was about to leave the empty house, and the only crumb he left was too small for even a chow. With all the toys, gifts, and candy in his sack, he grabbed the tree and prepared to bring it all back. Until the littlest rabbit climbed out of her bed. She walked down the stairs with her sleepy head.
Santa?
Cream said with her chow by her side.
Why are you taking our tree, Santa? Why?
Shadow paused for a moment, but he was too sly, so he thought up a perfectly genius lie.
You see, little girl, on your tree so bright, there's a light on one side that just won't light. Oh, so I'll bring it back home and don't worry one bit, because by Christmas morning I'll have it all fixed.
Shadow's light fooled the little one, and by now his plan was almost done. So he got her a drink and sent her to sleep, without giving Cream a second to think. When there was no trace of any waking child, Shadow looked around and cheekily smiled. Shadow had no need to climb up the chimney. though the gifts he stole were quite heavy. He just shouted,
Chaos control!
with a smirk, and they all disappeared, and it seemed his plan worked.
Chaos control!
He said once more, and he left without even using the door. Shadow, with his sleigh filled with every last decoration,
Time for Christmas to take a permanent vacation.
he loaded them up and pushed his heavy sled,
I should have gotten Rouge to do this.
he said. After a lot of moaning and pushing and grunting, he reached the top of the hill with all the cookies and buntings. He steadied himself. This despicable creature named Shadow proclaimed,
I shall now chaos control these into a volcano.
soon he would listen to his enemies sob, and then post them online to show off his great job.
But first,
Shadow said with his signature scoff.
I think this is something I gotta watch.
So he crouched down and lent his ear, but what he heard did make him sneer.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
There was no crying or sobbing or tears. Didn't they know all their things were right here? In fact, what he heard, it sounded like he'd cheer. Everyone in Green Hill Zone was still happy as ever, still merrily singing their songs together. Shadow hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or another, it came just the same.
But how?
Asked Shadow, trying to understand.
How are they still singing hand in hand? Without their gifts, why should they celebrate? But somehow it came without presents or cake. It came without bows. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
But then Shadow thought of something Amy had said once. That Christmas itself doesn't come in a box. That Christmas isn't about the presents or candy. Then Shadow said to himself,
Maybe, just maybe, Christmas is about being with friends and family.
no one quite knows what happened after that. I could be wrong, but here's my guess. I think if you were to look inside him, you would see his heart grew 3 sizes. So,
Chaos control!
is what he shouted. There were no gifts left on that mountain.
Wow! All the stuff's back! I know we were just, singing, but I was really worried that Tails wouldn't give me my money back for that fancy thing I bought for Sonic.
Amy, it was Shadow.
What?
Shadow brought all our stuff back. Choo-choo-choo.
No, Cream! You must be delusional or something. You know what? Earlier you just heard that Shadow's talking about how he hated Christmas and all that. You never do this.
I know, but I think he's good, secretly. Didn't you hear the sound? It sounded like his chaos control.
I didn't hear any of that. It must just be like a Christmas miracle or something.
Wow, Amy, Christmas really is magic. How do you get this to happen?
I don't know. It must just be Christmas magic.
Seriously, did no one else hear that Tails voice narrating everything we're doing? It was there while we were singing around that magical glowing thing.
No. I'm right over here, Sticks, like I said.
Hi, Len, like I said, there's 2 of you.
What? Well, I haven't made clones since Sonic Boom.
Prove it.
Please don't, look at my search history, please. Tails, I'm so glad that my stocking came back. I'm so glad it took so hard to make. It has a watermelon on it. Yeah, it's really nice. Oh my gosh! Yay!
I only wish that the mistletoe hadn't come back. Now me and Sonic have to be on the watch again.
Like I told you, it's a traditional Christmas decoration. We can't lose it. It's beautiful.
And like I told you, it's a hurtful stereotype, and we should get rid of it.
Whatever. So anyway, let's give presents.
I love Christmas, Amy.
I do too. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.